Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Good afternoon to all of you. Please let me know if I am audible and visible, if everything is working perfectly. So, those who don't know me, seeing me, watching me for the first time, I am Niharika John Mehra. I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. On my classes here, you will get complete English, descriptive plus objective. So, आप लोग classes continue करो. My classes are also under our courses. Our courses which are available on our website as well as on our app. So check out the description for other details, for other links जो कि काफ़ी useful links हैं. We are doing timer based practice in these sessions these days. So today is the seventh set that we are doing. In case you have missed it, पहले के जो practice sets हैं, you can go ahead and solve those questions. Tomorrow will be off. Monday to Saturday I take class 1 to 2 p.m. Currently that's my schedule going on YouTube. Otherwise most of my classes are scheduled under courses. Okay, so yeah, that's how it is. And good afternoon, good afternoon. We are going to start now. Like, share or subscribe kar lo jaldi se, and we'll start with the first question. So these are the questions where you should follow point of difference POD, and you should solve these as in you see where the word goes different and वहां पर आप mark करो कि अच्छा ये आना चाहिए. His team was in a constant state of whiplash as his panic phone calls would often reset agenda. Their entire agenda noun hai. I need a proper adjective. Entire. There are three options जो मुझे देते हैं. This there is wrong and for का need नहीं है. So that's why answer is C. Super simple question. Move ahead. The majority of the costs involved in mining Bitcoin come from paying for the power required to run and run. There are two options. I have that, and power hungry computer rigs. Now, D and A. People can get confused over here because computer rigs are power hungry. This is also an adjective, power hungry. But we want to talk about computer rigs, and they were the massive in size. If I say massively power hungry, massively adverb can come. But with the word power hungry, altogether it is not giving you any meaning. This is the reason D is the answer. Okay. तान्या विप्लैश इज एक्चुअली अगर आपने एक विप देखी होगी सो द फ्लेक्सिबल पार्ट इससे होल्ड करते हैं वो वाला नहीं, दूसरे वाला पार्ट विप्लैश होता है. बट इट ऑल्सो मीन्स एनीथिंग दैट कैन suddenly give us a jerk. A and E. Okay. What is the subject here? That's my question. किसके लिए लगा रहे हो आप? Has, have, are, had. किसके लिए लगा रहे हो? Tell me that. About 40% of restaurants listed on online food delivery platforms such as Uber Eats, Zomato, Swiggy has failed to meet. So हमारा subject है क्या? You said A, somebody said E, one said B. So you need to be very clear on the subject in such a sentence. What is the subject? बताओ. Very good. Restaurants subject है. So definitely has is wrong. It cannot come that way. Now, it says further you have to read because you have present and past both of the options available. Have be, have और be साथ में अपने आप में गलत है. Are failed passive voice where you use are with is and are with verb third form. But fail, the action of failing is done by restaurants. It is an active voice. Therefore, answer is B. Now, why have failed to meet and not had failed to meet? So, this is something you all need to learn. My error is given in present perfect. Okay, the error part which is highlighted in the sentence is present perfect. I need to make minimum change to correct it. So why should I change the whole tense into past? I don't have a reason for it. Okay, singular subject could have taken has, but I have plural subject, so has cannot come. Just change subject verb agreement issue, and you have your answer in the same tense. Changing of tense and changing words from plural to singular and vice versa is done only and when needed. नहीं, restaurants. Subject of that sentence was restaurants. Platforms fail थोड़ी ना हुआ है, restaurants fail हुए 40%. हाँ, had कर देते तो वो past perfect में चला जाता which was not required. गलत नहीं होता टेक्निकली वो फॉर्म, सेंटेंस स्टिल सही होता, बट that wasn't the correction we are looking for in a question. According to IMF, India has projected to generate growth. Okay. Now, India can project and India itself can be projected. Both the ways we can work, but you have to see remaining part of the sentence, what exactly the scene is here. So India is projected to generate. There are other people. According to IMF, IMF is projecting, right? That's why passive voice. So according to IMF, India is projected to generate a growth of 7.4%. That's why passive, only option of passive here we have is A. In South India, normally, see this word normally is same everywhere, right? So we don't have to worry about the word. Point of difference, second word, A, the and A. A first letter cannot come. So definitely A option, D option we can eliminate, okay? The first letter of the initials. Okay, we are talking about names. So initial, because of this word, D is out. Initials indicates. देखो, which indicates I don't need to use because the way I'm putting my sentence, first is the. यहाँ पर मैं ऐसे नहीं बोल सकती. First without the sometimes act as an adverb. It is not a subject. That's why this no correction required is also gone. Normally, the first letter of the initials, first letter indicates, letter subject indicates verb, indicates the native place of the person, and the second letter does something else. So that's why C यहाँ पर answer है. Okay, move on to the next question. Hi Pranshu, it has been a long time. Almost I started a year back. You might be seeing me now these days. So it has been a long time now after maternity break. So answer is A. Amalgamation doesn't have two M after GA. This one M required. So the scheduled amalgamation of public sector banks at this juncture, at this point of joining, poses a drastic change. Spelling is correct, form is correct. Socio-economic, again spelling and the form is same. So of course you have to check about them being inappropriate. It can be inappropriate with respect to grammar or with respect to the meaning and context. Wrongly spelled is a direct thing which you check. I know many students they are not aware of this thing, but now you know. I hope you are keeping well. Okay, Delhi's poor air quality is a public health problem, but it does not require a show boating, not show stopping, right? That's why the correction is at this place. Why did you think show stopping is wrong? Any particular reason? Do you know what is show boating? Anyone, any idea? What is show boating? Does it have something to do with boat? Come on, guys. You know show stopping is wrong. So, do you have a reason why this word is wrong? Show boating is show off basically, but in the noun form. Okay? Nothing big and rocket science behind it. लाइक और शेयर ज़रूर कर दीजिएगा सेशन गाइस. Yeah. Global experience has shown that driving restrictions, with what category of restrictions driving वाले are a surge control instrument. ठीक है, a है तो singular आया, कोई problem नहीं है. And not the follicle. Now follicle are those small pores that we have on our skin. Okay, it's a very technical word. That's why of course I am unable to use this word. But when I say they are not the fulcrum of a pollution control plan, fulcrum is again a technical word, but we can use it for metaphorical purpose also. So there is a point which is a central point, or a point on which everything else depends. उसको हम fulcrum बोलते हैं. So it is not the main point, main agenda of a pollution control plan. Spelling and all was okay, meaning context was not okay. So that's why it was inappropriate to use the word follicle over there. The finance minister announced, whenever you see these double letters, be extra careful, read that word twice. तभी आपको थोड़ी मदद हो जाएगी. So the finance minister announced the government's intention to disburse what? Outshining payments? When you outshine something, like you are doing very well, one is super bright in whatever the person is doing. So outshine payment nahi, outstanding payments of course to those who have performed work for the government. Remaining payments, uski baat ho rahi hai. Exactly. See, nobody is asking, of course, in exam what is the correct word, but this is for your confidence, your knowledge, so that you know, okay, this is the way the sentence goes. Lose and lose. A popular word that we get to see in word swaps or inappropriate word. Somewhere in the exam, you will find this word in any way, even in error detection. Serious pollution control plans would focus on road dust and soil. Now, this lose is verb that means harna, okay, that is opposite of being victorious. So, this lose as an adjective for the word soil cannot be used. Now, soil, which is not held together, it's not like a brick, but it is in the loose particle form. That's why we are saying loose, which means we are using an adjective. We need an adjective over here. A is okay. Serious pollution control plans. So plans are of which category? Pollution control. What kind of plans they are? They are the serious plans. Next one. You can also tell me the correction, like along with the part where there is an error, what should be the correction? I would love to see your thinking, the way you are thinking. It is not, it is necessary that resources be dedicated, then that is done towards something. Towards what? Engaging. What? Competent teams. Now, engaging something, someone, and then we are saying towards engaging them to do something, to oversee and resolve. Resolve is verb first form, oversee is verb first form. I cannot simply use them at any place I want. They are not the main verbs क्योंकि वो main verbs नहीं है. From as a preposition cannot be used. Okay, exactly, from is wrong. Arising out of such a phase. What phase? Transition phase. Tell me the correction. If you feel something is wrong, you give me the word that we need to correct it. So the answer here, of course, is not A. Global oil demand. Demand is muted. Okay, it's not a lot, it's almost nil. Against the backdrop, it has gone somewhere where it's not of that importance or of not that much, it is not that much highlighted. In economic uncertainty and continuing trade frictions, and there has been. Now, you need to understand that again, your sentence is, of course, made up of small phrases coming together, but also take a look at bigger picture. यहाँ पर आगे जो बोल रहे हैं, a surge of petroleum output of the US. Why not in? For this, you will have to read the whole sentence a bit quickly. So, there is oil demand that is muted against the backdrop in economic uncertainty and continuing frictions. There has been a surge in petroleum output. Now, this output is of the US, it belongs to the US and elsewhere. It is not originating from somewhere, and that's why in nahi aayega yahan pe, which should ease oil prices when sooner rather than later. This is a phrase used as it is usko use kara hai. So we are talking about output of some against की जगह due to. नहीं. Hey, you want to change the context of it. We don't do that in error detection. Against is not wrong. Simply that is to be checked. No one? Come on. I don't think it's that tough to crack this one. No error. The way ahead. Okay, so the way where it is ahead. This way is for someone, it is for the government to fast forward long pending reform. कैसा reform है? Pending है, and long is used as an adverb here. That is, it's pending for a long time. Of oil marketing. The way is something something, so as to shore up. How? Purposefully shore up. Shore up what? Investments. And revamp. देखो यहाँ पे to है, to के साथ का verb first form in parallelism is going after and revamp market design, where this design is in oil, so nothing. That happens. It's a very common mindset that since it's an error detection question, there has to be an error. But this is where you learn in such questions. This it's very underrated, no? That E could be the answer. Correction. Not only. So not only, but also. But also. We do have the combination. Not only is the reintroduction of driving restrictions ineffective in terms of improving air quality, not only is something some way. Is he happy? Is he sad? So here what we are using is structure of not only. Now whenever your sentence starts with not only, you follow rule of inversion using helping verb first, then you use your subject, and in this case we don't have any main verb, so we are directly jumping to adjective. Okay, is he happy, is he sad? These are the examples to understand the same structure in a simple manner. But it also ignores Delhi residents, सबका plural का apostrophe s, mobility recourse in the absence of a reliable, affordable and accessibility mass public transport. You need to keep the parallelism, and that's why accessible will come. Reliable, affordable and accessible, because adjective after and there is another adjective related to mass public transportation, so that's why answer is D. Did you get this one? It was a very nice question because you have to check the inversion part, not only structure, then you have to check apostrophe. These are some important pointers where you usually get error, and that's why you have to check them off कि ये सही यूज हुए हैं यहाँ पर. Cool? चलो. Parallelism is of course something you have to check. Sometimes it's not immediately after and, it may be second word after and, but you will have to make sure that you are, once you see any connector, your mind should tell you, okay, check for parallelism. Is it a verb after and? Is it adjective? Is it a noun? How things are connected using and or any other connector for that matter. Okay. Issues could include, okay, could be one, all good. Something as simple as, which is a phrase, an internal hierarchical muddle to what? Muddle to direct, more direct and larger. See, more, because I cannot say the word director, okay, that doesn't exist. So I'm using a comparative degree. But for the word complex, I am using large, which is again an adjective, but it is not in parallelism. I have to make sure after and whatever other adjective I am using, it is in comparative. So larger conflicts like priority of charge on securities in whatever cases, and different recovery process being followed by each bank. Each के साथ singular है, different जो है, because we are saying there is something different going on. तो यहाँ पे आपका noun बराबर है, all other things are okay. Yeah. Charge अपने आप में एक noun भी है. Charge is a word, acts as a noun and a verb, so you don't have to worry about it. Otherwise it will mean that mobile charging, laptop charging kind of meaning, but we are talking about the other charge here. A, I have a doubt like each के बाद noun plural आता है singular. Each and every always will carry a singular after it. Okay, of course the context, the interpretation is we are talking about multiple things, but each and every whatever noun comes after them, it is always going to be singular. Now I'm going to give you a cloze test. Since it is a cloze test, we will do all 5 blanks together and then I'll take you through all the words. Come on, guys, answer. What is R? Ah, you can simply let me know A, B, C, D. That's why the options are there for you. So we'll have a good time of vocabulary revision once I start explaining. So let me know how many of you got all five correct. Let's begin. DNA profiling has proved to be an invaluable and basic tool in dash innocence. See, DNA profiling is taking place, and it is invaluable and used on a basic level to do something with respect to innocence and identifying missing person besides solving crime. So it is in our favor. So that's why we are talking about innocence who might have falsely accused or something. So we need to exonerate them, we need to declare them free of any guilt, declare innocent, and that's why exonerate word will come over here. Anything that keeps on going, doesn't get over, that is sustaining. Exhilarating is making somebody very happy. It's like being in a super cheerful state. Unrelenting or relentless is something going or continuously going on without taking a pause or a break. Admonishing is to scold someone, especially whenever we want to correct someone, we admonish them. Okay, it's like a scold. So that's why answer was exonerating. Then figures from bureau suggest that more than 3 lakh crimes take place. However, the dash rate is about 30%. However, now it's contrast. More than 3 lakh crimes they take place. Now, however, contrast, the conviction rate is about 30%. Now, if you have read newspaper regularly, I am very sure you might have come across such articles where you get to read such topics. Conviction rate hoti hai ek, that is where the case is solved and somebody is found accountable, somebody is declared guilty, usko punishment milta hai. So the conviction rate, though crimes are so many, the rate where a declaration or judgment is given is only 30%. So that is called conviction rate. Okay, this is something you can know if you read a lot. Abject or abjection. Abject, something where a bad thing has happened, something some kind of experience where to the highest degree of you can say sadness or anything bad that could have happened, that happened, so usko bolte hain. Then you have collation. Do I need to take this word? Okay, let me take, otherwise you will be confused with the word collation. Collation is collating. Okay, now it's the way we collate with someone. Pagination. Okay, कैप्टिवेशन इजी वर्ड है. सो पैजिनेशन यूजुअली यूज होता है when in periods we arrange numbers. Okay, yeah, that's all about it. Usually you can think of it this way, that you are sequencing something, you are giving numbers to something. Concerns about the misuse and dash of privacy. Invasion, breaching of privacy, that is something we need to address. So reactivation of privacy makes no sense. Omission is to leave. Misinterpretation, कोई भी words privacy of privacy के साथ में जाने वाले words हैं ही नहीं. And if you talk about the word litigation, again a technical word, it means a case, a lawsuit. तो वो भी यहाँ पे privacy का नहीं हो रहा है, because we need to address it. Address ही lawsuit के through करेंगे. Okay. D थोड़ा सा गैप के बाद है. I'll just come here. Under the bill, the DNA profiling board would advise the central and state governments on issues related to DNA labs and make recommendation on. See, there is this committee, this board doing something, na? They are advising. So after and they are going to make some recommendation. The flow of tone is only completed when we use A. Reaffirmation, reconfirmation, considering something, affirming something, saying yes to something, giving credit to something. Makes no sense because अभी तो सिर्फ एडवाइस ले रहे हैं. एंड दैट्स वाई वट एवर राइट्स आर देयर उसको लेकर क्या क्या हो सकता है, वॉट आर द पॉसिबिलिटीज, सिर्फ उसके बारे में बात हो रही है. एंड फिफ्थ वन, the data protection law in the making should dash the advice of this body. This is something, okay? Again, see, uh, when we talk about under this bill, there is a board that would advise the governments on issues related to DNA lab and make. Just a second, let me check, okay? Including testing, the data protection law in making should. Okay, so override the advice of this body. Follow, the answer should be follow, because override karna hota hai, you overrule it. Better to go with the word follow. I think I have made a typing mistake over here. Follow should be the answer. Yeah. Yeah. कोई बीच में डाउट तो नहीं आया था? नहीं नहीं, फॉलो फॉलो, दैट इज माय टाइपिंग मिस्टेक. Guys, answer. Presumably cement is not being produced for drilling, making, casting, stockpiling, and filling, as in the case of rice and wheat. So, understand the context. When we are comparing cement with whatever is the case with rice and wheat cereals, why we are doing it. Now, whenever we stockpile something, we collect it. So, presumably, cement is not being produced for collecting and keeping somewhere, because rice and wheat are cultivated. We have to collect, stockpile them. That's why D is your answer. Okay, other words are simple. I don't think any explanation is needed. The dip suggests there is a dip, something went down, that the downbeat core sector story for July is unlikely to turn uplifting because there is a dip, no? So uplifting होना या uplift के लिए we don't see something taking place. That's why unlikely. Also, there is need of an adverb which is just we do have another adverb be, but it is not likely because there is a dip. Context is negative. Instead of paying up, the public sector agencies have challenged the arbitration awards in court. So it's about court and public sector agencies are challenging something. We are talking about something that relates to court, and that is arbitration. Settling a matter between two, or you can say that a judgment that is something that relates to arbitration. Other words have no context that we can use with the court and challenging part over here. You can use accusation, but accusation makes no sense here. There is also the pressing need to overhaul the cascading tax on tax regime of oil, levies, duties, and cess. So there is also the need, which is an urgent need. Pressing means urgent. So moderate of okayish value, vague is not clear, negligent is na ke barabar. No other word will help you. See. Hmm. The Goods and Services GST Council should dash the pressure. Pressure को क्या करेंगे? Exist, no. Insist, you insist people, not other things. Persist, no. Resist. How you can insist or persist? No, because pressure is there. Whatever action council is taking, the council should dash the pressure. उससे बचने की कोशिश करनी है, resist करना है. You cannot do any other action on this direct object pressure, and that's the reason DCR. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to go and do para-jumble. There are 5 sentences to be arranged and very simple in front of you. पूरा answer मुझे यहाँ पे चाहिए. I want complete answer from you all here in the chat. Complete arrangement. Cool? EADB, not AE, missed by like this one. There will be stratagems to thwart such restraints. Such is a very good hint word because some clever cookies must see their offering wreck the river where it is flowing clean and free. So, baki itna important nahi hai. We first need to see what are the restraints. Then only I can say such restraints. Yes, tradition it really isn't that a big deal for these devotees. So we should have spoken about devotees. Then only I can say these devotees. During big festivals, the problem of pollution gets bigger. This is the, of course, introduction because we can see later on we are just talking about one specific festival, and in C we are talking in general about all big festivals. This devil may this devil may care attitude. So this attitude means these devotees also ignore, okay, and all rules and regulations and common sense about organic biodegradable materials. So why we are talking about materials and all that, we will think about it, okay. Coming Durga Puja, the fight will begin to restrain the immersions at designated spot. So from E onwards, because in A, B, and C we are talking about very specifically about these devotees and some other things are taking place. So after C, E has to come first. That whatever then we are talking after E, it's about whatever is happening in this Durga Puja festival. Okay, so E will come that way at the second position. Now you have A, D, and B. Now it says there will be stratagems to thwart such restraints. Okay, here if you see, we are talking about there are restraint which we already mentioned in E. So after E, we are saying such restraints. A will come, then we are saying this attitude because we are saying they are going to do something and we are calling them clever cookies. So we are saying them that this attitude they carry, these particular devotees also ignore some other things. That's why D and then B will come. Okay, so I believe now it is clear what exactly should be the flow. ठीक है, सो आप इस तरीके से हिंट वर्ड्स का हेल्प लेकर सॉल्व करा करो. टेक यूज, मेक फुल यूज ऑफ दीज हिंट वर्ड्स, मेक पेयर्स, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू शुड बी डूइंग इट. Okay, anything else? Okay, so these clever cookies are the devotees basically. Okay, that's why we are saying these devotees. Author is sarcastically calling them these clever cookies. Okay, sure. So we are done here. We'll continue our sessions Monday to Saturday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on YouTube here. After some days, I think mid of the November or so, I'll be uh, going then moving to my other course that is of the RBI exam next year. We are starting our preparations from now onwards. So do check out other details that you will get in the description box, and from there you can go check out our courses that are online. Okay, take care all of you. See you later. Bye.